Well, good evening. Looks like we're set up for a demonstration. This is for RG-6 connectors. This kind of cable that you have for cable TV. And this is the way I make these connections. And there's a couple of steps here. You got a piece of wire, you got it stripped, then you get the ground stripped back, then you've got the core exposed, and then you crimp the end on it. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's cut a piece off here. And this is RG-6 cable. They actually make a thinner cable. You have to make sure that you get the right connectors for the cable that you've got. This is RG-6 cable, and this is RG-6 connector. So the first thing we got to do is strip the end. Now what I do is I just run this around until I can feel the ground wire. I don't try to cut it, I just want to feel it. And if you got a good sharp knife, you can actually feel when you touch the wire. And then I run a slit down the length of the wire, and that'll allow you to peel this cable off just like that. So now we've got this ground wire still on the outside like that. So what we want to do is trim this back so it doesn't short out the connector. And the way I do that is about 5/16 of an inch in from the cable. I just gently cut with a sharp knife all the way down to the center core wire. And you'll know when you reached it because the casing will stop turning. Okay. And now you should just be able to pull this off like that. And now what you got is a center core and the ground wires. I got one here that's kind of sticking off a little bit. And what you want to do is bend those wires back so that they're not going to short out on this common conductor, the conductor in the center. And now what we're ready to do is put the connector on the end. And there's a inner sleeve and an outer sleeve. You got to get the inner sleeve to slide over the top of this conductor right here, but inside the ground. And you'll feel it come up against the ground. And then if you push, it'll actually, the white connector on the inside will actually come flush with the inside. Like that. So that could go just a touch more, but really that's all it takes, just like that. So now we're ready to crimp. There's two different dies here. This is for the smaller cable. This is for this RG-6 cable. And we just crimp it. Like so. And now it doesn't come off. And the nut will spin. This conductor is too long, so you cut it to length. And now you have a good RG-6 cable connector that's good for your cable TV. Now let me show you one little trick. The trick is, if you have a cable that you're trying to put an end on, it just won't go. You know, a socket will work. You can take a socket and put it on the end, and you can push down on it so you're not putting any pressure on the center conductor. But you can also, if you have a vise, just open the jaws a little bit, and now you can put the connector up against the open jaws and push. And push a little more. And a little more. And what you'll find is that white connector will come up. And we can get that just about perfect. Then clip the end, crimp it, and we're all set. But I'm going to save that fitting.